Did you know this pacifist monk has the highest damage resist in Warframe? But he can do this. This build took me days to dial in, but you get it right here. First, not only does Baruuk get this cool deluxe skin soon, you can pick him up from the Prime Resurgence at the time of making this video. Before you can do this insane damage, you need to quickly understand how he works. Full transparency, I've only taken this build up to level 2000. That's when the Saren Sobek left. To be able to unleash Baruuk's power, you need to stop. Yeah, literally do nothing. I told you he's a pacifist monk. Before you can release your true power, you need to lower your restrain meter found on the bottom right of your screen. While you're not attacking, your first ability allows you to evade attacks coming from in front of you. I believe outside of things like splash damage, and range does increase this angle. As you evade attacks, this lowers your restraint. Your second ability makes enemies snore. As you put enemies to sleep, this lowers your restraint. Your third ability has daggers float around you, and as long as you have more than 9 daggers, you have 90% damage resistance. These knives will fly off and neutralize enemy weapons. You will have to check this often to maintain that 90% DR. And as enemies are hit with these knives, that lowers your restraint. Honestly, this third ability is my favorite way to lower my restraint. I just run straight through groups of enemies so these knives fly off. But do you want another 50% damage resistance on top of that 90%? The lower your restraint meter, the closer you are to that 50% damage resistance because of his passive. And you wouldn't guess, but when you activate your fourth ability, you get an additional 40% damage resistance on top of all of that. And no, these don't all just add together and make you completely unkillable. The different layers multiply, and once you include adaptation, Baruuk can reach 99.7 damage resistance. So close enough. But your 4 also gives you access to your exalted weapon. These are all the mods on that I have for this video. Stop and screenshot it while you can. If you want to completely jumpstart his damage, I do recommend Kalervo's special shotgun. Just dump a couple mags, you'll get to that times 12 combo, which increases the damage an insane amount and also feeds into some of these mods. Once you're in this fourth ability, these are like range melee attacks, which is like magical karate that shoots out triangles. And if you pair this with melee influence, you're gonna have crazy AoE, and any status the enemy has, and you defeat him with this melee while melee influence is active, it will spread those statuses as well. Now, these are all the mods that I have on my Baruuk Prime. Don't worry, I'll give you some time to screenshot this as well. And by the way, I didn't have a subsume on at all for these clips. I've tested a ton of different subsumes, so hit that follow. My next video, I'm covering what my favorite one is.